In question 26, you have 6, take away 5.738. That's a whole number and that's a decimal number. So let's write them as column subtraction. 6, take away, and 5 is in the ones or the units column, so let's write that there. 0.738. There you go. Now to make it easy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the decimal point here and put a few helper zeros or placeholders. 0, 0, 0. Now what this does, this makes it easier for the calculation, so it avoids any silly mistakes. So I'm just going to label these up now. Put the decimal point carefully, line it up. So the first column on the left is the ones column or the units column. And now on the right, the first column is the tenths column. So let me write that down, lowercase t. So t is tenths. And you can write it as 1 over 10. Now the next column is the hundredths column, so I'm going to write that with a lowercase h. And that can be written as 1 over 100. And the third column is the thousandths column. And it can be written as 1 over 1000. So we always start to the right. So 0, take away 8, we can't do. So this 0 has to go to the next column and try to borrow 1, but it can't because that's 0. So we're going to go over and we can't borrow 1 from there. So now this 0 has to go to its neighbour and borrow 1 from there. So we'll cross the 6 out and that becomes a 5. And the one we've borrowed comes over here and turns this 0 into 10. So now this is like 10. Now this column can borrow 1 from here. So we'll cross the 10 out and that becomes 9. Now this 0 becomes 10. And now finally this column can borrow 1 from this. So we cross the 10 out and that becomes 9. And now the one we've borrowed turns this 0 into a 10. So now I can do 10, take away 8, which is 2. I can do 9, take away 3, which is 6. 9, take away 7, which is 2. And what I'm going to do is carefully bring and line up my decimal point here, so I don't lose this and I don't get the wrong answer. And finally in the ones column we have 5, take away 5, which is simply 0. So now this is our number. Now our answer is 0.262, and try not to read it as 0.262. After the decimal point, read these as individual digits.